Joining us now is Erin Hilal, a Notre Dame sophomore who's already working to support women in business. Erin, welcome to Notre Dame Day.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Let's begin by you giving us your Notre Dame introduction, hometown, class, and your major.
Yeah, so I'm Erin. I am a sophomore here at Notre Dame. I'm originally from D.C. Here at Notre Dame, I get to live in Howard Hall, and I'm a finance and applied math major.
Now, you're just a sophomore, but you've already created a Women in Business conference for students. Tell us about that.
So this is actually our 13th Women in Business conference. Every year, undergraduate women in business here at Notre Dame, we put on our own conference, the Women in Business Conference, and it's very much a team effort. I could not have done this by myself. I'm the conference chair of the club this year, but I have another conference chair, Grace Krzyzewski, who is very much a team effort, and some great mentors, Caroline and Alexis, who planned it last year. So I'm very excited to plan it. I knew it's something that I wanted to plan when I went last year in person. You know, business is very much a male-dominated industry, and for me as a freshman to go into that conference, you know, it was in person at the time last year, and just to see my peers, the other young women at Notre Dame, and all the company representatives and successful women who wanted to come back and really wanted to help the student body and the young women at Notre Dame, either with career discernment, networking, or just life advice. That's something that's really powerful. That's very powerful to me, and I knew that's something I wanted to help plan.
So how did you come up with the idea for this event, and then how much preparation went in to making it happen?
So Grace and I started planning this conference in the summer. So it was about 9 months in the making. The conference was in March. So one of the first things that we did was we came up with our theme. So this year's theme was Rise. So we really wanted to help, again, the young women at Notre Dame rise above self-doubt and stereotypes to confidently meet new challenges and discover the power that they have within. So that was kind of step number one. Another thing and then from that, we just kind of focused on the guest list. We had a total of 14 companies and over 34 representatives come, most of whom were actually Notre Dame alumni. And it's very powerful to see that these women want to come back. They want to help the student body and just with career discernment. So it was great to plan it.
All right, so you are in college. You get grades all the time. So grade yourself and your team. How did it come out?
I would say 10 out of 10. You know, I would love to have the conference in person as it has been in previous years, but virtually I think that it went very well. It's a 2-day conference, and over the 2 days we had a series of breakout sessions, panels, and a bunch of one-on-one networking events. So students could sign up a week before the conference to meet with a company representative for 10 minutes, and they could sign up for multiple slots and just talk about whatever they wanted, which is something that we didn't have in previous conferences. We got some great feedback on that and no technical difficulties. So overall, I would say it was very successful.
Ooh, the technical difficulties are always a key not to have those. Now, are there any plans for you to repeat this conference in the years to come, or to develop any other new programs to help women in business?
Yeah, so the conference will happen next year. Again, this was our 13th one, so hopefully it'll happen for years to come. And Grace and I would love to help the next year's conference chairs plan it just as Grace and Alexis did us. It's very much a mentorship structure during our club. So it will happen next year, and it will happen in person, which is absolutely amazing. We did hopefully translate some of that quality to the virtual atmosphere this year, but we're really looking forward to get the conference back in person.
Well, Erin, next time we do this, I hope you are here in person in the studio, although this worked very, very well. Congratulations on your success, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.